that?
Well, if it isn't that time again.
What was that?
It's time to do the Outcast Podcast. Happy Hump Day to you all.
Yes.
Oh, I think they're here for you, Tomkat.
I doubt it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, again.
You got to run out the front door. We'll set a trap for him.
Yeah, we got you.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Breaking the law. I love that song.
Y'all a bunch of lawbreakers in here.
Break the
Turn
law.
on my sounds,
We ain't
gentry.
playing.
We didn't test your sounds before the show. So
I wonder why that was.
Don't be rude.
There we go.
All
Yay.
right, your sounds are up.
You going potty?
Hopefully your sound is on. We appreciate you listening. We might as well get into it. We got a little late start on the live today. By the way, one of the few podcasts that is not afraid to go live. That's right.
This is true. Right.
We
So
are
true.
we are live right now. You know, a lot of the podcasts, they doll it up when it's all over. They clean out all their flubs, all their
Yep.
mess ups. But on this show, trust me, there's going to be a lot of mess ups.
Like, we've been live the entire time.
Yeah, we're live.
The entire time.
I'd like to introduce you
Tomkat
to
screws it up all the
to the
time.
cast here. Let's start with
lay
our
off on
brown
me.
representative.
Uh-oh.
Wrong
brown.
brown,
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
brown.
We've already established that.
Nah,
By,
not
by the
that.
way, I have gotten some feedback on the show, and people say that the wrong brown bit is getting old, and they want to know, what brown are you? You are always saying wrong brown. Wrong. What?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, there you go.
Wrong brown.
There you go. It's a different style of music, but it's all just in jest.
Which,
I don't
it's
care.
a
I like
joke.
Mexican music. Yeah.
It's a joke.
I've heard that the joke is tired though. We
Well,
say
they
it
just
every
lame
time.
Anyways. Wrong brown.
All right,
It's just part of
I'm
it.
just giving you the feedback.
Right, well, it's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much.
I
I
guess,
guess not. All right, we'll cut it out. Sorry.
your brown
We're
is
not trying to offend nobody. It's all good.
I don't think he even said it this time, though, to
It's
give him
cool.
some
your
defending him.
the brown is Boricua.
It doesn't matter, though. We're all in this together.
All right, let's hear from.
I liked
He's representing the community.
Everybody.
Actually, he represents himself. That would
Yeah.
be Memphis on air.
Yeah, I was like, let's not do that. So I represent me.
Yeah, what
I'm
is
doing
it?
well, but I like the
Reverend
wrong
Jackson?
brown. Yeah, the wrong brown thing, man. I really like that. That's,
This is
that's-
funny.
That's fun. Quit being lame. Whoever you is, quit being
Yeah, we're
lame.
not trying to be dicks.
That's fun.
We
I
just
see you are
argued.
representing yourself, Memphis. You have it right on your ball cap.
What is it?
Yeah.
Is it a P.
literally.
Diddy hat?
I'll whoop your ass after the damn show. No, it says Memphis on there, right on my head.
I see. I see. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm in an episode of The Addams Family. If you could go back to
Why
Memphis'
is that?
shot, I was seeing like a hand. You remember the
Oh,
hand?
yeah, the
Hey.
hand thing. No.
The thing.
Hey.
Yeah,
Thing.
let me go ahead, Tomkat. Do the thing again because you had your hand in his shot. I was like,
Oh,
what is
did
this?
I?
Yes.
What were you
Oh,
doing?
what?
You
Oh,
had-
you're from the Addams family.
Yeah, I seen Tomkat's hand.
That is hilarious. No shit.
I was trying to get to that booty.
Hey, you better watch yourself.
I will say it's a lot darker than the
spoken
one
for.
I'm used to seeing on TV.
There's that thing. There's that thing. Let's hear from the thing. Tomkat, what's going on?
What's
Hey,
up? I got this. Boom. We
Nice.
should have these for sale somewhere.
we should. That's a nice mug.
Hey, you know what?
They're available for purchase.
As you can see, hey, put that back up there. So we gon' what y'all want to sell for? $29.99? What y'all
Are
think?
you serious?
I think
Yeah,
maybe
man.
I think $40.
$5.99, $5.99.
$5.99?
That's a bit
Something like
cheap,
that.
man.
It's
I
got
think
us
we
on the
look.
other
We
See,
side.
look-
Tomkat's thinking more like we can sell more and make money that way because it's cheaper. He's thinking just get as much as we can out of what we can sell.
Also, because I don't think anybody would pay more than that.
Hey,
for a
I don't
mug.
know. I give somebody.
What's going on, dudes?
Well, this
Yeah,
just
man.
in, by the way. Those mugs, they were for sale, and nobody bought them. That's why we still got them here. So.
Well, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. They
Oh
so.
gosh.
But yeah.
What? No mug for me?
No hug for me?
Yeah, man, we should have had shot glasses. Really.
I put out 2 songs this week. One, I'd rather be fishing, and another one. What? Don't give me that look, Ramo.
I didn't do
Gone
nothing.
for the gone for the summer.
Oh, I can't wait to
Gone
check
for
them
the
out.
summer. I haven't heard that.
I haven't seen them. Did you post them on IG?
I did. I
Okay,
put them
I'll
on
have
Instagram.
to check them out.
One thing that you've been up to, Tomkat, that I think is kind of cool is you're getting a drone. I think we have some footage,
Yeah.
but
That's dope.
you said you're getting a drone where you can.
Oh, thank you for
Oh,
putting
what
that
the
up.
hell?
That's a
That's
fishing
not the
song.
drone shot.
Is
That's
that you, Gentry, in that damn commercial?
You're in this video?
It
That's
looks
not
like
me.
Gentry.
That's
The titties?
It's a
No.
lookalike.
And a bikini? That's Chantry.
Who's looking at the guy fishing? By the way, you guys should be looking at the big boobs.
That's
that were
right.
in that,
All right. wait.
The catch
I
of the
get
day.
ass, so,
Yeah, check out Tomkat's new song, but you also
you.
are working on some drone stuff where I
Right.
think this is kind of cool because you can wear these goggles on
FPV.
your face, and it's like first person view, they call that.
Yes.
Do we have some footage of this type of flying? Because you really can feel like you're flying around with
Yeah.
these things.
you're going to get
Like-
sick, bro.
This right here is some first person view of
Races.
So you like have these goggles on your head, and they
Mhm.
go through these courses. Actually, like you can get really good at flying. And one of the guys we played basketball with, Trace, he kind of turned us on to some of this stuff.
Oh.
But soon enough, Tomkat, you told me that you were buying the goggles and that you were buying the drones.
Yes, it's in the mail.
It's checks in the mail.
Well, I have the receiver, which is the little controller part, and then so now I'm ordered the drone and the goggles. I just had to find the cheapest ones I could buy that were
That's
good.
badass.
Yeah,
How
you
much
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much
does
does something like that
Hell yeah, that's
cost?
smart.
And I will give you some info right here. The ones that I found, there's the DJI glasses, the 3, and then there's the N3, which are the cheaper model. And they said, these drones guys said it's fine to get the cheaper model, which is like $230 versus like $500.
Nice.
And then they have these little drones that as long as you get one that has an 04 air unit or an 03 air unit, which is DJI in it, you can use it with those
What does
goggles.
DJI stand for? What
That
does mean?
stands. I don't know. That's the company. DJI is the company that
Okay.
makes all these drones. They make all the best drones.
Yeah.
And then, but they also have these FPV drones are different. They're analog, so they're a different frequency, and that's why people like to use them. And people use them in war because they're not tethered to this whole network that DJI has. Like they can shut you down. They can keep the drone from taking off.
Okay.
These are UHF drones. And they fly on a different frequency.
But you can like feel like you're a bird. That's what sounds interesting to me is you put these goggles on and you're flying it. You see the little remote control if you're watching us on YouTube
Hell
or
yeah.
Facebook. And you're like controlling this thing like when I was a kid, you'd have the remote control car. But
Yeah.
now you have this drone that you can put these goggles on and you can feel like you're a
You're
bird.
flying,
I mean, look
yes.
at this guy. He's up on top of a water tower and now all of a sudden he's like jumping. This
Dude,
might make
so
me
much,
sick, actually.
It
if I
would
did
a
this.
little
I
bit.
mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I
But it
think-
looks so fun.
I would
once
crash
you get,
that damn
once
thing.
you get used,
Yeah, you're gonna.
once you get used to it, I can see how much
I'm
fun
getting
you
dizzy
have with
now.
It.
I have
That
to
right
stop
there,
looking
right.
at
I wouldn't.
the
I wouldn't do
screen.
all them flips and turns and all that shit. That get old. I don't like. I don't want to be on a roller coaster.
Well, yeah, they call those like whoop drones where you do those little whoops around and
Whoa,
whipping it
whoop.
around like that. Woof, that's
Man, that
awesome
is
right there.
So
wild.
how
That
far
is
can
dope.
like what's the range on these things? So like, say if you at home, TK, and
Far. If you look,
like-
the little ones don't go that far, but the ones that there are the 5-inch drones they call them.
Mm-hmm.
5 inches?
Yeah. Well, they're drones, not penises, but they go far.
Tomkat
Those are
knows
the
all about
long,
that.
those are the long range ones that they use in Ukraine and other places to
Cool.
do.
so
the
like,
pull
you
off
think
the,
you can go like 100 miles?
That's
or,
dope.
or somewhere like that?
I don't know the
That
exact
seems a little
distance. Let me
far.
look it up, but
Maybe
I
the
think
that
it's
what
far.
you're-
That's
is that
actually
what you're
really cool
getting?
though.
Maybe the military ones can go that far because I believe, didn't we take out like an Iranian leader, Salamali, or whatever his
I
name
don't
was?
know.
We took him out with a
That's
drone.
a bigger drone. Yeah, they're the bigger ones that have like Hellfire missiles. Well, the ones I'm talking about are like the actual ones,
Like the little ones.
the little ones that
personal
you
ones,
could
sure.
buy online, not online or whatever, but they're military versions and they
Right.
do shit like this. But they're small.
That's
The way
right.
they did this thing right here was crazy. Is they pulled up a tractor trailer that had a bunch of them inside of it, and then came pouring out.
Right, I saw
And then
that, yeah.
after the tractor trailer was rigged to detonate, so when the dude went to discover the tractor trailer itself imploded, it blew up.
That's crazy.
So
What
what's
a
this?
genius.
What's this footage we're watching right now? Anybody?
This
know?
is the little drones
That's the
attacking the Russian bomber fleet
that's
right
the
here.
bomber fleet,
Those are
yeah.
nuclear bombers. A lot of Russia's nuclear bombers right there. That's
them
way
doomsday-
inside of Russia right
yeah,
there.
the doomsday.
Wow.
Wow.
We did that on our news yesterday. Last week.
Yeah,
the-
I
the-
remember that.
The drones, serious stuff. All right, I would like to move on to Memphis. He had brought a couple things to the group
Hey.
chat that I'd like to mention.
Way
First and
up.
foremost, I'd like to make sure that Memphis is okay because he did put something in the group text from a show called The Pivot, which is hosted by Ryan Clark.
Mhm.
And recently he posted something that said, people don't fake depression, they fake being okay. And then he also used a Robin Williams quote that was something very similar. And so you put this in the group text, so it has us slightly concerned maybe. Is this something that maybe that you're holding back? You have
We?
not been feeling good?
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be everybody. That's okay. But no, I'm good.
You're
All right,
good.
good.
Yeah, I'm
Do your
all right.
research.
Yeah, I'm good.
All
You
right.
said do your research.
You said you wanted to discuss this. That there's. Why is it so hard for some people to say, "Hey, I'm not okay"? You know, it seems like
Why do
that
you
was
think,
Because
that was the tone of this particular post that you
because
shared.
because most men were taught to be like you gotta be tough and all this shit,
It's
which
true.
is true, but they never you're a human too, and so you can't keep all that shit pent up. That's why people do dumb shit, saying versus sometimes you may need to cry, you may need to do something to get that shit out because you're human. So like dudes who just think like they just alpha male shit, which is they're not, they're fucking pussies. That it's okay to you have to let that shit out. It ain't saying you soft, you know what I'm saying? Because you are who you are. But you know what I'm saying? A real man gonna like he gonna go through his shit too, just like
Sure.
anybody else. But society don't look at it that way, and so men just like you hold that shit in, and a lot of men are dying early behind that shit. Depression is like fucking crazy. I always,
Stress too.
yeah, well,
High
it's
blood
all
pressure.
all that shit. It's bad for you, and like you have men that's just like they're just too prideful to be like, oh fuck that, and then they ass just
Yeah.
kill over and die. Versus like if you just took better care of yourself,
Sure.
because we all go out in the world and fight some kind of fight. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? But you at some point your fight gonna end quicker because you don't take care of yourself, and it's okay to say you're not okay, fellas, because you're not out here by yourself. There's a lot of us out here who like on the outside it look like we straight, but on the inside we all fucked up. So
Yeah.
but then you keep the right ones around you too, because the right ones actually give a fuck about you. You see what I'm saying? But if not, like listen, I tell people all the time, listen, get at me on my Instagram. I talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Uh-huh. I think that's a good topic because that is true. People need
100%.
to not be afraid to reach out, and it can be hard. It can be hard to say I'm having. It can be hard to realize you're having problems.
Sure. Well, and I think what's important to understand is when you are responsible to a lot of people, when a lot of people depend on you, you sometimes forget that you depend on you as well. And if you don't look out for you, then you can't look out for everybody else. That's where it gets you. You got to take some time out for yourself. You got to learn to understand who you are and take care of that.
Truth.
And then you'll be a lot better taking care of everybody else
Right.
because you're right.
Because anybody that's around you that talk shit like, oh man, or whatever, them the motherfuckers you do not want around you because they don't give a fuck about you personally. That's what you can do for them or whatever the fuck. But they, true friends or whatever, they going to be like, look, dog, I'm right here with you. I'm riding with you. You know what I'm saying?
100%. No matter what you go through.
That's what it is, man. And like I said, we all go through shit. And we talk about shit all the time, the four
Sure.
of us. We always, like off camera, we always talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? In our form of like dealing with the things that we, individual when we not together. So this is like a big relief for the four of us, I'm sure. So the fellas out there that are listening, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, we glad you linking in with us because hopefully we could be like a release for you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But we want you to stick around for not just for everybody, but for yourself. So
I also
there it
think
is.
you have to realize that some people you don't know if they're going through stuff. So always just be nice. That's the motive.
100%.
And
Yeah,
what I like to
absolutely.
try to go by is that you run into somebody, you never know what they might be going through.
True.
So
Facts.
treat people
True.
with respect. The other thing Memphis wanted to bring up in the group chat was NCAA has struck a new deal.
Yeah.
I heard where now the players not only will be getting paid from the boosters,
Mhm.
but now they can get paid from the institutions themselves.
Hell
so,
yeah, man.
It looks like these institutions, the universities, are not going to be swimming in cash like they have for so many years.
Well, they still will be because the sports are like
Yeah, they'll be
billions.
fine.
They make billions and billions of dollars. And the kicker, they got to pay back pay. So like if you were a student athlete from, I think it was either 2014 or 2016, whatever year it was, if you were there as an athlete, whatever school you went to, the school has to back pay all that time when you were there. That's crazy. And I'm here for it. It sucked when I was a student athlete. We didn't get no money like that. But these kids out here, these stadiums don't exist without the football team. And also the football team is building new science buildings and everything else because that's what generates the revenue of the university. So yeah, if University of Tennessee can make $300 some odd million per year off of contracts and everything else, they can afford to give the student athletes and break up at least $25 to $30 million. But they're going to pay the student athletes in the pot more than that. So
now how is this going to work? I know that the swim team, the universities have like the tennis team. They got all kinds of sports, but it seems like the basketball and the football brings in all the cashish.
It's true. Now,
So
unfortunately,
how are they going to spread out the money?
Well, unfortunately, some of those non-revenue sports are going to go away, and that's unfortunate. Some kids going to have to transfer to other universities and stuff like that, it sucks. It's going to suck for a lot of people, but man, this is a capitalist society, and college sports it's the second popular thing next to the NFL.
Are you getting broken off?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I graduated way too soon. I wish if they were saying if you was all the way back to the year 2000, I'd be like, fuck yeah, that means I got 2 years of back fucking paying for. I'll be so fucking happy.
Me too.
I don't even give shit. It was like $1,300-$1,400. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, it's something.
But still, I'll be so happy. Like, god damn it,
That's weed money.
I earned that shit.
Free weed money.
My body all beat up now because of that shit, but
That's
I fucking loved it.
I would be pissed if I went to college and you graduated like the final year before NIL.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, would that piss me off?
Oh,
Especially if
yeah.
you were like a big time player.
Mhm.
Now you probably, if you're really, really good, you're gonna get paid when you go to the NFL. But still,
No, or how about if you were one of these players that was an absolute beast in college, maybe won a championship with your team, played in the NBA for like 2 or 3 years, and now you have nothing. Like, there's people like that. And
There are
to
people
think
like
that
that.
college people are getting paid now for their success,
Hey, they was
Like,
born at the
right time.
Yeah, hey,
Sucks for you.
I'm happy for these kids, man.
Yeah, no,
I'm
sure,
happy for these
100%.
kids.
That's awesome. That's
Hell
good.
yeah. Now they got to pay the women right, and then they won't have no Title IX lawsuits, and then everybody be on good shit of music. But I think they're gonna take care of them. The good schools will. Like I know UT, we will. So
It should go by revenue generated.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah. The thing I don't think is fair though is it seems like so far with the NIL deal, what I've been hearing the problem is in the locker rooms is the quarterback gets the big deal, the star wide receiver gets the big deal. But the offensive lineman who blocks for the star quarterback, he don't get the money.
Well, I don't know.
All the money doesn't seem to be being shaken out
That's
properly
probably,
with all the players. So then you have an issue in the locker room because why is this guy driving a brand new Mercedes and I'm still in this old beat up Dodge?
that must be the team you root for. Who you root for? Don't say Notre Dame either, because that sounds like a Indiana University problem. Like I can tell you, at University of Tennessee,
I heard that
USC did that.
I heard that from the head
Yeah.
football coach of Kansas State.
Which one? Bill Snyder or the
Bill Snyder.
Bill
Snyder told me that back when he was at K-State. He told me that it's a problem in their locker room.
Well, yeah, like listen, without the quarterback, nothing works. Nothing. Everybody knows that. So those people be quiet. The wide receiver, hey, you got to have somebody to throw it to, and you want somebody who's really effing good so your quarterback can throw it to him. Yeah, you want him so he's going to make money. The offensive line now, the left tackle makes money. Because that's the quarterback's blind side. So he has to get paid. And everybody else, they kind of work it out. But when Coach Snyder, when he was coaching, it wasn't like that, like versus now. Like our offensive line, these motherfuckers are averaging $16 million off 5 of the starters. Like they getting paid. And the left tackle's the highest paid, him in the center. But everybody
What
else
about
is
the
still
punter?
good.
Is the punter getting paid too?
Yeah, everybody on the team getting paid. Listen,
Everybody gets something,
if
right?
something happened, you got to send the punter right out to A. We got a good one. He can kick from both his legs, and this motherfucker kicking 50-yarders.
So is there
It's a
like
little
a
longer than
certain
that.
scale like they have?
Well, yeah,
like there's
everybody's not
tiers,
gonna be. Yeah,
tiers
everybody's
of
not gonna
players.
be.
Okay,
Everybody's
right,
not gonna be
right,
in on the same tier
Levels,
because
right,
this is
right.
what it's like. You know,
Okay.
you gotta literally play
100%.
your position and
Well,
know what your system.
if you're
your
a backup,
positions work.
you
And
shouldn't
if-
expect
yeah.
to get what the star quarterback
Right
gets,
now, if
you know?
you're a 5-star coming out of high school and you're playing and you're not starting
Well, you
because
get
you got other 5-stars, like a lot of schools, like we have it, like Georgia, Ohio State. You know,
Bama
they have
usually has a good
no mouth
quarterback.
breathers, them too. You know, and so they have like all these
I had to.
high-rated players that play behind each other. So you're not gonna get you a 5-star, but you're not starting. Until you start, you'll get that starter money, but you still gonna get breaking off some really good money. Like, be quiet if you getting $350,000 this year,
Yeah, what do you
because
think,
you know
Tomkat?
once you get the starter, you're gonna get an extra million.
I agree.
Yeah.
Starter got to get all the money.
Well, most of it. I mean, a big portion. I think if there's tiers, you got to think rationally. That's how it's played out.
But here's the problem now with
Of
college football.
importance.
All the teams with all the money are going to win. So it's not going to be a game about integrity. It's not going to be a game about who coaches the best.
Kind of like the NFL.
It's going to be a game about who has the most money.
That's what everybody warned them about when they did this. But the other argument was,
Right.
these kids
Right.
need money, and they do.
Well, they
And
should put a
the
cap.
colleges are making a shit ton of money off them kids and their likeness,
There should be caps.
and they are. Huh?
Yeah, it should not be no cap. You can't put a cap on nobody's.
But you got to make it fair, because to where the schools that have all the money
Well,
don't
right.
just dominate.
But
Right.
you know
Right.
what? That's
Now
unfortunate
it's
for
just
a
the
lot of
pros,
schools.
mini pros.
That's unfortunate for a lot of schools. But listen, I mean, I went to a big school, so I get it. Like Tennessee, like our endowment is crazy. Like we good. We up there in the top 10 of universities that bring in a lot of revenue. But then there are schools like freaking Baylor, which I mean they might do okay, or maybe bad example. Like say University of Utah, they're a big school, but they may not have the same amount. I get it, but this is how it is, man. It's how it
life.
is.
So it's a game about money now.
Yeah, life
I
sucks.
just hope they
It
also
is.
teach these kids a thing or two about money,
Right.
because taxes, kids, can get you into big trouble.
Yeah.
Big
You get a
trouble.
$3 million check, you go buy a house, you go buy a car, you go buy some jewelry. Next thing you know, you don't realize that half of that money is not yours.
Truth.
50%, when you get into that tax bracket, they're taking half your money.
Easy.
And depending on the state you live in too, it's gonna be more.
And then if you think you're going to make that kind of money the rest of your life, you're like, I'll pay the taxes next year. And then you get hurt. It's hard to pay off a tax bill of $500,000,
Hell yeah.
if you're not making millions of
Shit.
dollars. So hopefully they're educating.
Start paying
these kids.
20,000 off.
All right, it's time to move on to our next topic. I wasn't sure what they were calling what's going on around the country. It started as a peaceful protest. It's my understanding, from what my research tells me, is that it started with a peaceful protest. Or no, excuse me. It started with ICE coming in and arresting a bunch of people,
Right.
and immigration, and then the protests start. And then at some point, it's gotten out of hand
Yeah.
to where LA is on fire. People are looting in the night. And so it's hard to decipher who it is that is on the good side and who is on the bad side. We're going to try to figure that out here on today's episode of the Outcast Podcast.
Fun.
I think we also have a special guest who's going to join us during this. This is the first time we've ever tried this. We're bringing somebody in via satellite,
That's
awesome.
cool. It is.
aka Zoom.
Look,
Good job,
Zoom.
Tomkat.
look at the technology we wield here.
Hey
at
Zoom,
the
can we get
Outcast
some?
Podcast.
Can we get some sponsor money for that?
Let's see if we can bring him in. I don't know that he's gotten the email yet, but once he's available, I'm sure they'll pop him on the screen.
Is he Italian?
I'll have to
No,
ask
he
him.
is not Italian.
Oh,
might be
yeah.
Italian.
What's with the?
This is
It's Mexican.
He
Oh,
did-
he's Mexican.
No,
Okay, I'm
he's not.
sorry.
That's-
I misunderstood the music.
This music is for the topic.
It's mariachi band.
yeah.
This music is to just try to, set the tone
Support
with a nice.
for our Southern brothers.
Ketchup,
yes.
mustard.
Who?
All right, so
Florida, Texas.
so right now it sounds like things are, especially when the sun goes down. It sounds like people are running into. I saw them running into the Adidas store and they're wearing masks.
That's wrong.
It looks wrong. And then I've also seen some innocent people. I saw a reporter who was doing some reporting, and she's like, "We're live on the streets of Los Angeles," and the next thing you know, she gets
Rubber bullet.
shot in the ass.
I
with a
have that in my
It was-
news,
it
so
was
we
in her
will
leg.
see that
It was
later,
in her
actually.
leg.
Oh, you have that footage.
I
Tom.
do.
Now they leg, huh?
You know I do.
Yeah. So,
He totally aimed at her. too.
Tomkat, what do you know about what's going on currently? Oh, and
Well-
it's going on around the country too, not just Los Angeles. It sounds like.
It started with that ICE raid there. That's what set it off there. But people are upset about them enforcing the immigration law. But I'm looking, 66%, a majority of Americans are in favor of deporting all illegals. 56% of registered voters are in favor of it. 93% of Republicans and even 43% of Democrats. So he's just enforcing the law, and it is getting out of hand. Gavin Newsom didn't want the National Guard in there. Donald Trump sent the Guard and 500 Marines now.
The girls are
So
fighting,
it's
aren't they?
it's
They are.
escalating. But I would say this: I've seen a lot of people waving flags that are not American flags, and then burning the American flag. Right. So it's odd, like waving the flag of a country that you're claiming extradition from because you were not safe, and then simultaneously burning the flag of the country you are claiming extradition in while making it unsafe. It's just odd, right? That's a little strange.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any flags burning or anything like that.
Well, I'm sure.
The only thing that I've seen are like flashbangs and shit like that of them trying to like, create the crowds and stuff like that. Look, the fact of the matter is as a country, we've always held major protests across the country when, a lot of our people in our nation don't agree with things. And, that's essentially what's going on. I get it. He's not big on the fact that, a lot of it's about him, pretty much.
Who's
all
he?
of it.
Who is he?
Our president.
Oh, Trump.
Our president, Trump. And, the ICE things, the funny thing about the ICE thing is, most people I don't think are upset with the idea of getting illegal criminals out of our country. I think most people are on board with that. The funny thing is that predecessors of this president, a lot of them have been on pace or have had a way higher pace than where he's at right now. And we've never had none of this bullshit. It was all done through the Constitution, with the Constitution, by the Constitution. And there wasn't no bullshit going on. And everybody was okay with it because it was done the right way. And yes, people should come in the right way. And not everybody can. They seek asylum and shit like that. We understand that. And I hope that we can fix that somehow to make it easier and safer and better for everybody in the country, everybody outside trying to come to the country to make a better life for themselves. And that's what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? Because we can all agree that as a country, we're as great as the people who are in it. And that's everybody. And I think everybody accounts for that. Even some of the people that may have come here the wrong way, like they kick ass and they come here and do the right fucking thing. And they're trying, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we should shun them because there's a minute few that don't do things the right way. Because if we all look in the mirror, every community has people that do not do things the right way.
I agree with that.
Memphis, what do you know about what's going on with these protests? And I also heard that Trump has sent in the military, the National Guard, and the Marines. And I heard that Gavin Newsom is not very pleased with the fact that he's doing that. What say you, Memphis?
Well, Ramo pretty much hit it all on the head. I mean, there's nothing really else to say for real behind that because he said what needed to be said. I mean, if I was saying anything further, I would just say it's really fucked up and that no country falls from outside till it falls within. And that is literally what's been happening. And that's great. A lot of people don't believe it. And that's cool. That's fine. But things have to happen to certain people in order for them to believe things that are happening because there are a lot of other people out here that see what's going on in reality every day and like go through this shit. So, hey, it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but I mean, you also were all told too. You all were all told this.
What were we told?
Everything that's happening is going on in Project 2025. This is on actually page 550, 455, some shit like that. This is literally the playbook of what they told y'all they was going to do. Like, they did say they were going to do all this shit. They said they were going to destroy all the bills, do all this shit. They told you what they were going to do. And now all of a sudden, it's, please help us. Wait a minute. All you had to do was think for yourself and not for, like, whatever.
Who's asking, please help us?
Listen, this ain't got nothing to do with, I ain't talking to you. They know
people I'm addressing. I'm hosting the show, so I think you are talking to me.
Well, you interrupted me in my what I'm saying. Let me finish speaking. Thank you. The people out here who voted for Trump, and now they getting what they deserve. You in the fuck around and find out.
But you said people were crying. Who's crying about what's going on?
I am not gonna answer that dumbass question because you came with this topic, so you've obviously seen the same footage we've seen. You see people ain't out there laughing, keying and shit like that.
We've been in here laughing, keying, having a good time.
Yeah, but we're also not running for our lives from the police. At least some of us aren't.
Not yet.
They ain't kicked in their no doors around here.
We're high. I heard they were out on some road around here, though.
They all around out here. They all around out here.
I'm Puerto Rican.
And what do you
so
think that they're
Don't
up to?
matter.
What is their goal?
I hope they understand.
I don't know. You tell me.
I would think that they just want peace in the streets.
Peace in the streets. We've been having peace in the streets. That is the craziest
It doesn't
thing.
look like we see peace in the streets.
Well,
not now.
Of course not now. Like, there's some dumbass shit to say. I mean, I just have to say that. Because the streets, it's crazy everywhere. Everywhere. In all communities.
Should they not enforce immigration law?
No, they should enforce
the right way.
If they enforce the laws,
100%
how about
the
you
right way.
enforce the laws, period, the right way?
The right way.
Isn't that what they were doing? They were doing an ICE raid, and then the people freaked out.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to say it, because this shit could affect every single person in this room. They'll come out, they don't care if you Puerto Rican or not. They'll snatch you up, you gone. You hang out.
But he's a citizen.
But it doesn't matter. They taking citizens too.
No,
yes,
that is not true.
They have taken, yes, they
There-
have.
There are several citizens that have
Are you
been locked
crazy?
up
Come on
for
now.
days, probably even weeks, until they've been let go with no charges filed or nothing, no reason.
But
just
those are
survive.
there are always going to be cases in a giant country where
It's
shit
always
goes
cases
wrong.
now.
But we
got prison systems that are huge where people get locked up and they get killed when they're innocent.
But they have.
Well, should we just let all the prisoners run free?
No. But they have
That
due
don't even-
Because of a
process.
couple cases?
They
That
have
don't even
due
make sense.
process.
That is the point of it all.
They
That don't even
get. They
make sense.
get.
That's the point of it. You can't
appeals and
allow
things
people to
like
break
that.
the law.
No, 100%, 100%. No. The people looting and stuff are just taking advantage of the
Well,
situation.
also the
And I don't
immigration
say-
law. In
and
the
I don't say-
beginning, they just wanted
but-
to enforce the immigration laws.
So
but
they want to.
That's but here's
So,
the here's the
hold
thing.
on, let me
Here's
say
the thing.
this.
What really
Go ahead.
set a lot of this off, all right, because I seen the video of parts of it, and I follow this guy that was there because I have a lot of friends in California. All right, they raided an elementary school graduation. Okay, that there.
I've heard that isn't true. I heard about
that is
that,
true.
and I
They
heard
got
that is
vi-
not true.
They got video of that shit out.
They got video.
I
They
just
got
saw it on.
video.
I don't know about
Let's
that.
see if we can find the video.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me say this.
Okay, and let's say
I don't know about
okay,
that.
just for argument's sake, that happened. If they're doing shit like that, that's
Well,
uncalled
if
for,
they're-
and that's not needed. Because here's the
What
thing:
if they had-
a lot of other videos we're seeing them go to fucking job sites and arrest hundreds of people. Fine, if they're all illegal and came in the wrong way, then take them to court and get them the hell out of this
Good
country.
luck finding
but
replacement
why
workers.
the fuck do I not see any of the goddamn bosses in handcuffs going to fucking jail too? Because I promise you this, you start arresting the owners of the company that are hiring illegal aliens, and that shit'll go down real fucking quick.
Listen,
Good point,
just
Ramo. I'm gonna have to agree with you
and,
there.
And get ready.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Get
buddy.
ready for those fruits and veggies. Oh, those prices going up. If you was building a house, thinking about building a house, yeah, sorry, that's not gonna happen for you either. Think about all those immigrants that do all the shit that people don't want to do. Now, guess what? Yeah, see,
They talking about bringing back manufacturing. Who the fuck wants to make Nikes? I
who
want to
they-
wear them.
He's saying on the
I'm kidding.
He's saying
That's
on
a
the
joke.
screen, not to cut you off, that
No,
the ICE
go ahead.
tried to do a raid, but they were denied entry by
To
the
the
school
school.
administrators
See,
on
and
April
it-
7th, which was
That's really like that. Come on, that's
April 7th.
But look, if you're going
The
after
fuck was that?
somebody,
That was
you
a long
can wait
time
till
ago.
that shit's over, follow them home, and get them at their house. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more tactical ways of doing it. They're doing it for show. They're doing it for shock, and there's a reason behind it. You know what I'm saying? And we need to open our eyes and see that that's causing tyranny in our fucking communities. That's everybody. And the people that are out there protesting, it's not just paid actors, dude. There's thousands of people
It's
from
both.
that community.
It's
know that-
agitators.
that's-
It's
they're-
people who
they're-
really believe
you
in
know
it.
what?
They're
Okay,
true
okay.
believers. There's
Sure,
everything.
and there's some people that
people.
take advantage of
It's all
situations.
people.
100%.
Well, I
It's
know-
always going to be
well,
that.
here's the thing.
In both cases.
let me ask you
because
this.
we went through that in other
Wait,
situations.
hold on. Let me ask y'all this. Where was all that energy on January 6th?
Well, it's the same. It is the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
There was no
Yeah.
National Guard.
I
there was
stood up
no,
for the January
they-
6th
they-
protesters, and I'm saying
this is the same
because they were protesting.
No, that was fuck that.
It turned into a riot like this one.
January
Yeah, it
6th
got out of
was
They're
hand.
attacking
It got out of
federal
hand.
buildings
January
now too.
6th was a protest. What?
Well,
let's
that's just
hear,
the same.
let's hear
It
from our
started
guest.
that
We
way.
have
Okay,
our guest.
all right.
started that
Let's
way.
get it.
Hey,
we got a
Deron.
It
We,
started
we,
that
we
way.
have
what's
our
up, boy?
we have
How
our
you
guest here. Darren, are you there?
Yeah, it was good, fellas. How you
What's up,
feeling?
man?
What's
What
up, man?
up?
Welcome to the show.
Joining us via satellite. I see you got your DJ controller back there,
I like it.
getting ready to
Yeah,
jam.
I'm
Well,
all set up in
Nice.
the coach, ready to go.
Oh, man, it's good to see you. Darren Harris, of course, hosts a podcast on our sister station, I guess you would call it, sister podcast. The Darren Harris Podcast, which you can catch every week. Download it wherever you get your podcast. Darren always has strong opinions. He's also a stand-up comedian and a good friend of the show. Darren, I don't know if you've been listening to the conversation, but it sounds like everybody really wants people to do the right thing and go through the proper channels to become a citizen, it sounds like. But there's some kind of disconnect on how to deal with immigration in the country, and people are very upset as well with the way ICE is handling this. What do you think with what's going on?
I don't know. I have a really strong opinion about it because my wife is Latin, but people are trying to do the right thing. They're getting detained at their appointments.
True.
I mean, which is absolutely ridiculous. They're going through the channels, and they say that, I don't fall for none of it. I mean, I'm not falling for any of it. And the reason why I'm not falling for it is because there's something called human decency. And it seems because of politics that everyone has thrown human decency out the window. Like these people should suffer. Like these people should be going through these. Like these families should be split up. No, because they're here legally. You know what? And again, that's another thing I feel strongly. Fuck a border, okay? Because people are people. It ain't like we got motherfuckers doing the same shit here that they got doing the same shit down there, but we demonize them. And not for nothing. While we on immigration, I haven't seen a whole lot of Caucasian illegals being deported either. And
good one.
I know that they're out there because, when I'm from New York, and I can remember being approached by, many Eastern Europeans. Oh, if you marry me, I'll give you $5,000 now and $5,000 once I get my papers. That shit happens. But none of them people are being detained. You don't read about none of them people. It's at the end of the day, what's happening here is this. People are being provoked. They are being prodded so that this man can take away the rights of people in California. And that is going to start going across the country. This California is ground zero for what we are about to experience in all of our major cities across the country, because people are going to start getting tired of it. People are getting tired of it. But the problem here is this, and this is what people should do. Now, imagery is very important. And this guy is deploying the Marines and the National Guard, et cetera, yada, 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 ICE. But right now, and I've heard people say this also, put away the Palestinian flag for right now. Put away the Mexican flag right now. Put away your other flags and fly the American flag. Now, I know a lot of people look at the American flag and they have negative connotations with it now, but fly the American flag, because imagery is very important. Because all this stuff that's going on right now, it's going to go down in history. This is going to be in the history books. And what's going to be, what these images will show is that our American president attacked American citizens.
True.
That's negative imagery and negative energy. And not for nothing, I told people, man. I mean, people act like this dude is the end all be all. Is going to say he's not a good businessman. He's just good at talking, and everybody.
Don't be rude.
He is. He's good at talking. I mean, I'm
barely.
Darren, let me ask you something. Do you think that there really was an issue with fentanyl getting across the border? Because that seemed to be the motive as to why they wanted to secure the border, was because there was illegal fentanyl coming through the Mexican border and killing a lot of Americans. That's what I was told to believe.
But see, that's the thing. We want to blame, but nobody wants to take responsibility for being addicted. You know what I mean? For one. For two, it's not like these people are the only people making fentanyl. We got motherfuckers right here making fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? And it's ridiculous to sit here and say that those people are responsible for all of this shit regarding bullshit. Because if we weren't addicted to fentanyl, there wouldn't be a fucking fentanyl crisis. But no, Americans like to sit back and we like to go out into the river and fucking get fucked up as we can get fucked up. It's our fault. It's not their fault. They just capitalizing off of our shit. Simple as that, man.
Sure.
And the bottom line is this: yes, there may be a problem with them pushing drugs across, but there's problems with us pushing guns down there, because Mexicans don't make guns. Mexico does not make guns. You know who does make guns? We do.
A lot of them.
So You know, I mean, it's a tit for tat thing. So stop with these people are it is a tactic used by conservatives to demonize people that are
Give you an enemy
less than they are.
Yeah.
And it's that simple, man. And not for nothing, black folks, watch out, because we next.
I said that.
They started with us. They canceled the DEI. They trying to get rid of the names, but we sat back and chilled and all that. But after this is over, they come in both barrels at us, because really what it is the culmination and the execution of that Southern strategy that they spent 50 years building and lying to everybody and kumbayaing everybody. And they did this shit in the churches and at the picnics and all kind of shit that nobody else but them was invited to. And now here we are. We got these militias out here that they're refusing to call terrorists.
Yeah,
you know, now here threatening people, marching through people, spewing hate. But that's cool. You know, and that's all right, man. You know what I mean? So me personally, I don't fall for none of that bullshit. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. But at the end of the day, I've known about Donald Trump since I was 9 years old.
Me too.
Okay? Nobody will ever
Even
take that away
earlier.
from me. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I watch this man.
Central Park 5.
If you watch Sesame Street, you knew
listen,
about
I watched
him.
and his father destroyed Coney Island, man. They destroyed it. They destroyed it. They fucking hate him there. I don't care how much propaganda Fox News feeds you. They fucking hate him there. And they have a good reason to. And now a lot of other people have a good reason to also. But I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what will settle this. You know, if they deploy, I'm going to tell you one good solid thing that I think will end a lot of this violence right now in LA right now. And it's nonviolent. It's nonviolent. I think personally, and this is just me, I think personally, people should go out and get some paintball guns and fill them motherfuckers with boo-boo and shit and piss. Shoot
That's gross.
Off. Shit bombs and bomb these motherfuckers. And
That's too far.
That's nasty.
Dripping down that motherfucker and piss dripping off it. You're gonna try to
I got piss on me.
Don't do that. All over you. All over you in your fucking face. When you go home and take your shit off for the day after fucking rounding up motherfuckers, you can sit there drenched in shit. Ask yourself,
That's gross.
is this worth it?
Didn't your mother ever tell you two wrongs don't make a right?
Oh, fuck that.
I did everything right.
Also, yeah, two wrong. I've heard that, but I've also heard eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
I have too.
You know what I'm saying? And
I did everything right.
At what point do people get to say, listen, enough of this, man?
It sounds like sedition and treason so close to the 4th of July, too.
Oh, man, fuck that.
I'm just saying, you know.
By our government? Yeah, it's true.
It's not even
Just saying. I mean, if we were all against attacking the officers before and January 6th, and look what they did to the police officers and woo. Now, shoot them with fucking shit.
Hey.
Yeah, shoot them with fucking shit.
That's
If they're
gross.
gonna come over here and shoot us, they shot this fucking Australian reporter.
These
With a rubber bullet.
all these officers are not like a bunch of white people, and you know they're all
they're
different
just regular
nationalities.
cops,
They're
yeah.
people that work in these neighborhoods
Her
and
back
shoot them with
to these
shit.
people.
They're just
And
trying
this
to do. They're
dude
just trying to
straight up
enforce our
shot
laws
this
and do
woman
their
in the
jobs.
I think he's just trying to be
This
funny.
dude straight up shot this woman in the leg unprovoked. She was just
said, "Nah."
reporting, and they did that. That shit is malicious.
We
and
saw that.
bullshit by nature.
Look, deportation is not a punishment. It's just
people
they're
wanna
just
defend that
enforcing the law.
but no, they not. No,
Yeah,
they not.
but when you send them to a country that's not
enforcing the law.
theirs
She was
and
talking. He
life.
was talking.
No, not her. I just mean deportation in general. It's not
No,
a punishment. It's
Here's
just
the clip
you.
right here. Here's
They're
the clip
enforcing
right
the law.
here.
Yeah, I saw that. I have that in my news. They probably just
Enforcing the
missed.
law.
She got a fat ass. They probably just because her ass is
Fuck
big.
It's
outta
nice.
here, man.
He's probably looking at her. He like the gun went off. He's like, oh shit. He was
Listen,
checking out her
and
ass.
that's the thing. People
Look,
will
man,
stand
4th
up-
of July is coming up. I'm gonna be eating fucking hot dogs on the Gulf of America. You know, if they want to
It's the
spread
Gulf
this,
of
they
Mexico.
want to
It's
spread
the
this
Gulf.
shit across
It's
the
the
United
Gulf of
States.
Mexico.
Well, he doesn't
Have a
go out
blast.
further
We're gonna be
than
lighting
like a
off
mile,
fireworks and
so-
eating
Yeah,
hot
that's true.
dogs and grilling hamburgers and shit.
Hey, I'm probably gonna have a barbecue if you want to come by.
So
I have
So
flags.
Darren, what's your recommendation
That'd be
to us? Is your recommendation is eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth? If it gets worse, we just need to fight back against the establishment with urine and feces is the solution.
not a serious solution, but this is what I think should happen. I mean, this is 100% serious. I think everybody needs to get together with their friends and family. I think everybody needs to make peace with whatever God because tough times are coming. Now, everybody thinks that is bullshit because it's not coming for them. Certain people think, oh, well, this is just bullshit because it's not coming for them. But people like me and people like my wife, is coming for us, and we have to understand that, and we have to understand that first. So all this ha ha ha, all that's cool and everything, but at the end of the day, we need to get serious because there's no way we could fight. There's no way we could fight this army.
But the white people will be okay, is what you're saying. Us white people will be fine, but the brown people will be the ones in trouble.
We're the ones being targeted. I mean, and I'm not saying this to be a racist. I'm not saying this. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Well, it's to be fair. I mean, he's right. I mean, there are certain people that are being targeted.
And not for nothing. And like I said to Jay, I told Jay, I said, listen, man, and I told my friend Dave this too. I said, at the end of the day, for y'all, y'all gonna be all right either way it goes. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, y'all gonna be cool. It's just gonna be if it doesn't go your way, it's gonna be an inconvenience for you. If for me, it becomes a matter of life or death, or whether or not I'm going to be incarcerated, and my children also. And for my wife, it becomes a matter of whether or not she's going to be snatched up off the street just for looking too Spanish. You know what I'm saying? No white person has to deal with that. They don't have to deal with that.
So what should the good white people of America do that want peace?
Stand up and
with
say,
us.
I'm done with this.
We need your help. We need you
guys.
I mean, all right.
What do you want us to do? Pack some urine with you?
Yeah.
I'll piss on someone if it means
You guys
making
got some
things
really
better.
nasty pee, dude.
No, y'all. No. The white folks have a really good voice. That's
You
the
do.
one thing they have.
You do.
White folks have a really good platform and a really good voice. And there's a lot of white folks that really want to do the good thing. And I say this.
I agree.
Stand up. Say, listen, what you're doing to these Spanish people, and call it for what it is. What you're doing to these Spanish people is unfair, and we won't stand for it.
You know what it is? This is what's going.
Hold on one second, Memphis. Because I guarantee you, the minute that a conglomerate of white people stand up to white people, things are going to start to change.
It's true.
But right now, the only people we really have advocating, because look at it like this, that we got 4 teams, right? There's a red team, a blue team, a green team, and a yellow team, right? Now, if somebody comes along and says, oh, well, I have something that's going to benefit the red team, the red team isn't going to go, well, hey, hold on, wait a second, the blue team and the green team and the yellow team, they're not going to, no, the red team is going to keep that shit to themselves and benefit from those things. And that's what's going to start happening here. So in that, the red team, people on the red team need to say, enough, no. This is wrong, and this is how we fix it. By standing up and saying to you in your face that this is wrong. You're a fucking 32-time fucking felon, and you got a lot of fucking nerve talking about some shit being illegal.
And here's here's the thing, and I'll like to say this, and this is my thought of it all, and I've said this a million times on this show. We keep framing it as white against brown, and no, you know what it is? It's rich people putting us against each other. They've been doing it since the beginning of this motherfucking country, and that's why we're still here.
So white people and rich people are the evil of the world.
No, white people are not evil.
People who have bought into it, people bite into this stuff. Watch certain propaganda over and over again, and they begin to believe certain narratives that are just simply not true about certain people. White people do it, black people do it, Asian people do it. And that's why we have what we have today. Sure. What needs to happen is we need to start working and living off our lived experience. You're sitting in a studio right now with a black guy, a brown guy, and if you had an Asian guy, I'm sure he would be there also. And that's what we need to get down and focus in on. Not what the fuck they're telling us on Fox News or CNN about black people or white people or about Kumbaya or fucking. We need to start dismantling the system that they have put in front of us. But we're not. We're playing into it. We play into it. Oh, he's going to fix the economy. Oh, he's going to do this, da-da-da-da. Oh, we're going to get rid of the immigrants, and it's never going to be great here.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters.
Never going to be great here until we learn.
If you're a Trump hater, I guess luckily he's only in there for another 3.5 years.
I don't know if we're gonna make it that far. But I don't think we're gonna make it there. I don't think we're gonna make it that far. I really don't.
Because he is accelerating.
I don't think we're gonna make it that far.
He is speeding, and now Elon backtracking on what the fuck he just said about him. That's fucking dumb. Of course he's on the Epstein files. He's guilty. But motherfuckers are willing to overlook his shit. They're willing to overlook all the bullshit that has been documented that this man has done in order to uphold what he's got going on, because they think that for some reason that their lives are better because Juan and Jorge aren't here.
I tell you what,
That's
this is gonna really show you who your friends are. This is gonna really show you who your friends are.
Well, I will stand up to someone that is, if there's an ICE member out there that will listen to me as a white man with a platform, if you are going up to someone that's legally here, has gone through the proper channels, is a documented citizen of the United States, and you're locking them up and showing up at their school, fuck you, bro.
Gentry, those are the people that want these people thrown out the most. The swing from those people from like 2020 to now, like it's a 40% swing. The documented immigrants are the ones who want the undocumented immigrants out.
It's true. A lot
because
of them
they're jumping the
are
line
fine with that. Sure.
They're affecting them more than us. This shit don't affect me. He said it. They're right. It don't affect nothing in my day. But it affects these people who have gone through the proper channels to get here, and it makes it harder for them.
Sure.
You know, they
hate it the most.
There's an inscription at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty, and I
bring us. You're tired. You're poor. You're hungry.
Yeah, and what that is about is
we're the tired and the poor and the hungry. That's us, Americans.
About America's commitment to immigrants coming to this country
legally. Not rushing the border. And if you have been, and if a judge told you got final deportation orders, you should go.
Most people
Let me ask you a question, TK. If you were being persecuted in your country and you're like,
they're not.
You had an opportunity. Okay, all right then. You know what I mean?
They're not. They just want them to follow our laws.
How do you know?
Derek.
How do you know?
That's what I'm seeing.
How do you know?
That's what I'm seeing.
Fox News told you?
No, because that's what I'm seeing. We're all watching the same images. We're all watching everything and deciding for ourselves.
How do you know? Because I'm gonna tell you right here, right behind me. There's 5 guys that live right here behind me. Here behind me.
An anecdotal story. Sure. I get it. I'm listening.
And these men right here are working right now.
Look, it's like I told them, man. What are we just supposed to not enforce immigration law because those guys had a hard day?
Here in this country to get their shit popping here in this country, but they can't even go to their appointments because they're being rounded up at their legal appointments.
If they're illegal,
bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, if they're illegal,
but if they're going through the process,
if they're going through the process, there are people.
I don't really look. I don't understand the emotion. Maybe it's just me.
Have an appointment to go see
because
somebody.
It's just the law, dude. I got a bunch of felonies. Ain't nobody whining for me. Oh, give him his rights back. Give him his rights back. I don't got it. They took all my rights for a little bit of weed. But nobody's sticking up for me.
That's bullshit. That's the definition of bullshit.
What is bullshit? Look, the reason people voted for Trump is because y'all lost your minds.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I'll try to put it what he's trying to say in something you could kind of understand what he's trying to say, Tomkat. Let's say after you had got arrested and you went to jail and you did your time in jail and you got put on probation, right? And you didn't do nothing wrong. You were finishing your probation, you were making your payments, you were doing everything right, and you went to your last visit to get off probation, and they came and arrested you for no fucking reason and put you in jail.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
That's bullshit.
That will be bullshit, and that's exactly what's happening.
I'm sure if you paint that exact picture of something bad, it would be bullshit.
Well, that's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
So are we not supposed to? Let me ask you: should we just not enforce immigration law?
No. I say
that don't make sense.
We let them finish their court hearing, and if they do the right thing, they get their green card. If they don't, then the judge calls immigration, and ICE comes and takes them.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
But that doesn't happen.
But
that's not happening.
That don't even make sense because if these people are going to their appointment, the time they were supposed to be there, they are going there, so they are going through the process.
The right thing.
They doing what they supposed to be doing. They want to follow the law, and you sitting up here telling me that they should be snatched up, even though they were doing what they were supposed to be doing.
If it's Greta Thunberg, she should be snatched. If it's the blondest, most blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl with the blondest family, they should be snatched up because they're illegal.
But that is fucked up. That's fucked up.
I don't care. Look at me.
No fear or is not afraid of things like this happening to them. It's real easy for somebody to sit there
because I'm an American citizen. I'm an American citizen.
Are we not?
The thing about it is,
yes, you guys are safe.
Okay.
You're good.
What do you mean? I ain't safe.
He said you're good.
What the fuck you talking about?
Unless we're on the goddamn basketball court.
You got to show me one American citizen that's been thrown out of here.
Okay. At the end of the day, none of us really fucking.
And even if it's one, it's probably one. Oh shit! Or my
Donald
fucking
Trump's grandparents, they was immigrants too. Everybody was fucking immigrants here.
Well, if they want to technically
That's
go
right.
by immigrants,
But
I mean,
if you
if the
wanna take
people
it
that
back,
didn't
I mean,
come in,
because
that
at the
didn't
end of
come
the
in,
day,
You
they
already
should
said
be
we shouldn't have a
Immigrant is an
border,
immigrant.
so that's what you think.
Immigrant
But
is an
we
immigrant
bought
is an immigrant.
we bought California from Mexico for $15 million in 1848 in the Mexican secession, which included California, Nevada, Utah, New Mexico, and parts of Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, and Wyoming. So we paid for it.
Did they give us weed?
So we can do what we want with it. Like, there's a border there.
All right, well,
We bought it.
All right.
We
I
bought it
appreciate-
from Mexico. They got paid.
I appreciate you coming on, Darren. It's been a good conversation.
That was fun.
Appreciate you,
It's always
D.
good talking to y'all.
All right, man. We love
hate
you,
you.
bro.
Good job, brother.
I hit you up.
All right.
Catch you soon. That's
Yeah.
Peace
That's
out.
Darren Harris there. Make sure you check out the Darren Harris podcast.
He's good, man.
Appreciate you.
A lot of good stuff.
I hope that we can all get on the same page, because I really do think when we lay our heads on our pillows at night, we all want the same thing. We all want we all want peace. We all want love. We all want everyone to get along. At least I do. I know there's probably some people that don't.
There are a lot of there are more that don't than do.
I could stand in the middle
There
of
are a
Fifth
whole lot
Avenue
more
and
I
than
can't
shoot
believe that. I
don't
think there's
know
more that want it to be good than bad.
I
or we'd be screwed.
I'm
I
gonna
agree.
disagree with that strongly, but that's okay.
That's
That's
not
not
nice.
All right, the show has flown by here. It's already time for the news.
Oh, wow. All right.
We're already
Well, I knew-
almost
I
an
knew
hour
that.
into
I
the
don't
show.
I knew that.
It's the news,
Did
but
you just burp?
no.
Very
Damn,
unprofessional.
gross.
It's some stuff that I found.
Oh, gross.
Today is June 11th, and it is Pride Month. So today we have
It's the gay of the day.
yes, the gay of the day. Today's gay of the day is actually not a gay person. It's Bill Clinton.
How is that gay of the day if he's not
talking
gay?
Well, on June 11th, 1999, President Bill Clinton proclaimed today Gay and Lesbian Pride Month. So he started Pride Month, gentry.
That's
President
awesome.
Bill Clinton, along with countless LGBTQ++ activists and communities across the U.S., they formed this day, officially designated June as Gay and Lesbian Pride Month, recognizing the contribution and struggles of gay and lesbian Americas, making him
It's the gay of the day.
yeah, man. That's some
I like
gay
the disco song.
That's some gay stuff right there. All right, next up, also today, some funny historical highlights. This was in 1982, the premiere of the movie E.T.,
Oh, yeah. I love that ride at Universal.
the long finger phone home.
Elliot.
Yeah. I learned some things.
Didn't
19
Family Guy do something crazy on that?
They always
oh, sorry,
do.
I'm in the hot
That's
dog.
Yeah,
okay, no, go
they
ahead.
did.
Some Reese's Pieces. I want
No,
some
no.
Reese's Pieces.
They did, what was it? BET or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it
All
was,
right, we'll get to it later.
Yeah.
We'll get to it later.
Also back in 1962 was the great Alcatraz escape. Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers pulled off the most legendary prison escape ever. Did they survive? Nobody knows, but it gave us endless memes. The Alcatraz
it's true.
escape. My first story today is an AI drone race, which is crazy because we were just talking about drone races, and AI won for the first time. Team MavLab from Delft University of Technology in the Netherlands competing AI-driven drones versus champion human drone racers. Check this out. Turn up the sound a little bit. You hear she'll tell about
That's
it.
so cool.
That means the drone had to see and understand the track in real time, with extremely limited sensors. The drone from TU Delft not only won the main event, flying with peak speeds of 95.8 kilometers per hour through 22 small indoor gates, but it also faced off against 3 of the world's best human drone pilots. And in a historic first, the autonomous drone beat them all.
So it beat
This is
them for
more
the
than
first time in history.
Damn.
An AI drone beats the people. Dude, that's freaky and it's going fast. And
no.
guess what onboard processing unit it used, Gentry? NVIDIA.
Nice.
Really?
NVIDIA Jetson, baby. Buy that
Nice.
NVIDIA stock.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a good idea.
Never confront a National Guard on stilts. This is a man on stilts who tried to confront the National Guard. This protester elevated several feet above the crowd on stilts, advanced toward police lines here in L.A., and was struck by officers and toppled over on his stilts.
Yeah, that's not
that-
smart.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
Is that
idiot?
ice?
That's not smart.
Is that ice there?
That's, I think, just the LAPD
The regular
Yeah,
there.
that's LAPD.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't know why he's sending in the
They're beating
Marines,
on 'em a
like
little bit, too.
the
Hey,
LA
Daddy.
police. have been well freaking versed in violating
dragging
people's
him on
rights.
Hey, that looks like a white guy right there, by
They're
the way.
dragging his ass.
That's a Caucasian being taken down right there.
That's what I'm saying. The LAPD will kick everybody's ass. They don't care.
All right, this next one is old DeMarcus Cousins versus the fans in Puerto Rico, Ramo.
Wepa!
DeMarcus Cousins, former 4-time NBA All-Star, playing for the Guanabo Mets in Puerto Rico.
Really?
He got into it with fans here. It started showing him his penis and then fighting with the fans.
He showed him his wank?
Well, he was grabbing his penis there.
Oh, okay.
Was this recently?
Yeah, this is just recently.
he
June
got
9th,
out.
this just happened.
And
no, they take basketball serious in Puerto Rico.
So look,
Oh,
when
no,
he-
but he don't be
and
talking
then
shit
when
to
he tries to leave the stadium here,
Especially
they
not that
really
motherfucker.
dunk the fucking. They put the drinks all on him right here when he tries to get out of the stadium.
The fans are throwing drinks on him?
Yeah, watch. He goes out right here, and then he gets it right here.
Oh, look at him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gets it. Watch. They're like, yeah, oh yeah, here it comes.
Oh, man, he's grabbing somebody.
They
oh,
want,
yeah.
watch. He pokes his head up right here at the end, and they dunk him right in his face. It is hilarious.
Boogie's losing his mind.
Bro, get the fuck out of
Just
here.
get out of
right
there
here.
and go back in the locker
And
room.
splash.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
I love the laugh. That was great.
Sorry, it's just too far. Oh,
He's
y'all
in the
missed a
face.
shoe right there, boy. That was one of those shoes you bought, Gentry. What's it called?
The Jordan 5s.
Jordan 5.
Metallic 5s.
Metallic 5 went right by his head.
Man, I wouldn't have wasted my popcorn, though. You know how much they charge for popcorn at those games?
Especially
Hell
in
no.
Puerto Rico, it's got that goddamn Jones
Looking like
fucking
Joe
act
Budden.
shit on it.
He got dunked on. All right, this is a giant gator that interrupted a golfer on a Florida golf course. For us, this is normal. It's not even really news. But for other people, this may be new. This is something to see. There's a man that lined up his putt. A giant alligator casually strolled across the green, coming with just a few feet from him and his ball. They don't know exactly. Oh, it's Palmetto, Florida.
Them things are
That's a big-ass
that's fucking
gator.
huge.
That's a big ass gator, dog.
He doesn't seem scared or anything. He just took a shot and did his thing. That's a big gator, too, boy.
Some of those courses have gators that are like old and they know them. They have
They're
they're
cold-blooded
Oh, that's just
and they're
Jacob over
very
there, too.
slow.
Just
If
don't
you go down by the side of the water, that's where you're gonna get in trouble.
He was in
All right,
no
this is
immediate
this one has a
danger.
little disclaimer. If you're squeamish, don't watch this one. Las Vegas live stream shooting, a traffic feud turned fatal. This is victim Robbie Finley, Finney the Legend, 44, and his wife Tanisha Finley, aka Bubbly, 43. They were gunned down during a YouTube live stream near the Bellagio Fountains in Las Vegas Strip, and they had a beef with this other guy around 10:40 p.m. on Sunday, June 8th. The victims were confronted by Ruiz. His name is, what is his full name?
I don't think we need his full name. Ruiz.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
call
yeah,
him
just keep
Ruiz.
moving,
Do
yeah.
we really have to show this?
Ruiz.
Roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
Yeah.
This
You look
is
high.
going to make us
This happened
squeamish.
on South Las Vegas Boulevard.
What is
Did you
getting
eat
us kicked?
mushrooms?
What is getting
I
us
have the
kicked
tape.
off
That's
of
fine.
YouTube? What is getting us-
Panthers versus the Oilers brawl overview. The Panthers, the players from the Florida Panthers and also the Oilers got into a huge
Alright.
brawl midway through their third period with the
Fight,
Panthers
fight.
leading 5-1.
Yeah, why
a
are they
major
even
line brawl
caring?
erupted on the ice. Started when the Oilers forward Trent Frederick cross-check Panthers Sam Bennett,
Oh, they
leading
going
to
too.
Bennett trading punches. Almost every player on the ice
Who's kicking
joined
the
in.
referees
Now
out?
it ain't ice, federal ice.
just
This is
somebody.
just ice hockey ice.
Oh, okay,
Resulting
all
in multiple one-on-one fights.
I
4
was about to
players
run.
ejected immediately.
Now, this
Yeah.
is this is surprising during a Stanley Cup final because these are very critical games. This is for a championship, a Stanley Cup final. But if you get into a fight, you could be suspended or something.
I like those last minutes.
So they usually
There you go. Look at the two over there. They going. Now he like my
Rock 'em,
arm free. I'm
sock 'em
finna
robots.
fuck you up now.
I feel like I'm at Alico Arena.
But they're wearing helmets, though. How
There's
much
some
can
good
you
white on
really
white
hurt
violence.
A
I
lot.
like to
you
see
get
it.
punched.
I like
you
to
get
see it.
hit. You get you shit.
How could you get hit? You got a face mask and a helmet on.
Oh bullshit! You ain't watched no good hockey.
A lot
These
of
guys-
Guys,
see
I'm
this
talking
fight?
about these guys. They both got face masks on and helmets on.
You still feel those punches.
a lot of trauma that comes from concussions is actually when the sharp movement of your
He ain't
head,
got his helmet on.
your
You
brain
better put some on that bald
moves
head or he's gonna get
through
cut.
your cranium, and it like smashes up against your skull, and it moves the water around in your brain, and that's where the contusions. come from.
And you know, and I like,
Thank you,
and I like
thank
the
you.
fact they let them keep fighting. So it's like if the last ones two got to fight, so you got to hurry and break this shit up.
Yeah, and
Punch him right in his beard.
I want to let it be known, even though I'm a doctor, I am not a licensed physician.
I am a gynecologist.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
next up. These are some of the peaceful protesters, riders, bombarding cop cars with concrete chunks and projectiles here in L.A. when the cops got kind of trapped underneath this overpass, and they started throwing even like those the scooters. You can see they were throwing the scooters down there.
That's fucked up. Those things are expensive.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, that's fucked up. They shouldn't be doing that, man.
And they did find out who these people were, some of these people, and the feds got rewards for them, and they're looking for them.
They got
but they were breaking
up
concrete, and they were throwing them on these, cop cars as they were passing underneath. This one I think gets hit right as it passes.
There were cops just lined up right here on the right, and look at that, all them dressed up and shit. What the hell are they doing?
Don't do that, guys.
That's not peaceful.
That's not.
This next one is a suspect that is now wanted by the FBI because he was throwing rocks at federal vehicles. This is like right after that ICE raid.
Right.
This is the man from Compton. Apparently,
I seen those.
Wanted lately for allegedly assaulting federal officers, including throwing rocks at federal.
Yeah, that's not cool. They were leaving,
vehicles.
Dude. They were gone. Like,
so he's
stop.
here. He's here, and he's just pelting them with these rocks he's got right here.
That's not what we're here for. That's not what we're trying to accomplish.
That's the type of shit that gets shit flamed up.
In trouble,
and these
100%.
are the agitators, where there are protesters that aren't agitators, and their ideas get quashed by people
assholes,
like this.
100%.
Right.
100%.
FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for that guy's arrest.
Ain't nobody turning him in the well, somebody.
This is the lady that got shot with the rubber bullet. I will just give her a shout out. Her name is Lauren Tomasi. She is a North American correspondent with 9 News Australia.
She didn't deserve that.
She was hit with a rubber bullet.
Somebody should be held accountable for that. Regardless of what was going on, that was wrong.
She makes very funny sound.
That was wrong.
Yeah, and they shot it right at her too.
They got her leg.
It was a leg shot.
Yeah.
Leg shot right in the ass.
Another leg, huh?
This is a crazy story I found this morning because this is a cobra. They ate a kitchen knife, and these guys say help this cobra because it had ate this knife, and they pull this 12-inch kitchen knife out of this cobra's mouth. Check this out. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was
I guess it thought that the shiny blade was prey or whatever, and it ate it. These guys here are pulling this giant kitchen knife.
Oh, you didn't get the
I
after
would be
story?
afraid the cobra was going to fuck me up after.
I ain't looking at that,
You didn't get the after story?
I ain't getting
The snake got a job with Ringling Brothers.
Hey.
Yeah,
it doesn't even look like it's alive anymore.
You ain't bullshit.
It still got one more bite in him.
Yeah. Well, now they're going to actually kill it and eat it. So.
Ew, gross.
This is in India.
Yeah,
they are cobra tamers over there.
They don't eat.
My last story here is a funny story about these multiple bears that broke into this guy's car and then freaked him out.
Go Bears!
Check this out.
Oh, wrong Bears.
That's a big ass bear.
There's like a bunch of them. There's cubs in there, and then as he approached, the little cub hits the horn and scares the shit out of this guy.
Like, we taking your ride, homie.
Man, he looks like he's pretty comfortable in that front seat.
Yeah, he is. He's like
big bear.
This is in a suburban rural area, frequent for bear sightings. They didn't say the exact.
Hurry up, start the damn car so we can get out of here.
How did they get the key fob?
Yeah, how did they get in there?
Was that a Toyota or was that a
I know
Ford?
how they able to. Apparently, these people don't lock their doors at
What
night.
kind of car is that?
like
Bears
the
are
back of
smart. They know how to open doors.
Is that a Honda? Or what is that? What kind of car was that?
Yeah, and apparently this guy's smarter than the average bear.
Yeah, whatever kind of car it is, don't buy that.
No, nobody. Who's
Yeah,
that?
I
Yogi?
got
That
the Yogi
little bear is super cute though.
You guys are dicks.
We got your Yogi Bear
Thank you,
reference
thank
ass.
you, thank you.
That's the news, folks.
Good job, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
glad you
fun.
guys didn't have to see that Las Vegas YouTuber murder. Apparently, those two people had a beef with that guy, and he rolled up right up on Las Vegas Strip and put it.
Why didn't we air it? Was it the producers that were trying to hold
They
back?
said they didn't have the video.
They didn't have the
It's
video.
okay
the
though.
one-
It's a little
okay, that's
disturbing.
fine. Yeah,
It's all right.
we
And
don't wanna
plus,
see
and not
that.
only that,
That's bad
I'm pretty
karma.
sure that'll get us kicked off of YouTube.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I got it off of YouTube.
Did you?
I think I
Oh,
did.
get us kicked off Facebook.
Well, you
Even
get
though
kicked
he's
off-
already banned.
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
doesn't
you
matter.
can't be putting murder
Yeah,
out
Mark.
there like that.
Screw you, Mark.
There was one thing I wanted to do before we finished the show today, but take a moment to reflect on the recent passing. If you saw, we lost Sly Stone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I read it, I thought it was Sly Stallone.
I was really worried about Sly.
He actually said that earlier. We were laughing.
I was like, Sly Stallone
Not
died? Oh, no.
Rambo.
Sly Stone.
Stoner.
Rocky.
Sly Stone and Brian Wilson. If you're not familiar with Brian Wilson, he was the lead singer of the Beach Boys. These are two music legends that we lost. I know their music touched many people, inspired a lot of people. Sly Stone was born Sylvester Stewart, And he led the band, Sly and the Family Stone, if you remember the songs Everyday People and Dance to the Music. All those great songs. And then Brian Wilson.
Nice hat.
He was the creative force behind the Beach Boys. He really captured that California spirit. They had big songs like Surfin' USA and California Girls and Good Vibrations. And I know that Pet Sounds album, one of the great masterpieces of the 60s. And so Sly Stone and Brian Wilson, even though their paths a little different, they both left a big mark on the music history, on the history of music, and they pushed boundaries and great creations by both of them.
100%.
We just wanted to honor both of those musical giants on the show today. So much love.
And they both from Cali, right?
Sly, I don't know where Sly is
He's from Oakland.
And I know some of the Beach Boys were from the Midwest, and then they headed out to California.
Yeah.
So we'd have to look that up. But Brian Wilson was 82, and Sly Stone, both 82 years old. So
that's a good life.
Both made it to 82.
That's a good. I mean, it's you can get older, but 82 is a good year.
Denton, Texas.
Sly Stone from Denton, Texas.
Denton,
can we look up where Brian Wilson is from? I'm going to guess that he's from
Fort Myers.
I think he's from Ohio. I think.
I'm kidding.
Some of those guys were from Ohio, and then he's one of the guys from Inglewood.
He's from
Inglewood, Florida.
No, Inglewood, Cali. He's from around.
I guess they are from California.
Inglewood.
Always up to no good.
You think he was a Crip or a Blood?
I doubt it.
He was surfing Safari, man.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He was into the Good Vibrations.
You know what, man?
So was Marky Mark.
I'm a little disappointed at you, Gentry, because last week we had to do our freaking perv test and shit, and you didn't do it.
Well, because we know.
Trust me, we know already.
Zoom in on that, man.
Did you say it was Sly? Look, it was Sly and the Family Stone that died, and then look what comes up on our other podcast, Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's because Gentry just put it out.
I know. I'm just saying. It's good. Didn't he just die? Pass the guy.
Yeah. We did
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, a little cross reference. A little like.
Go check it out. Yeah.
Them Vinyl Boys.
Yeah, you can check out our other podcast,
It's
Dim
fun.
Vinyl Boys. We did do a review on both of those bands, Sly and the Family Stone,
Yes.
and also the Beach Boys.
We did.
We did.
Well, it's been a hell of a show. I know got a little tense during the immigration talk, but
That was Tomkat.
again, I've been told as a white man, I need to stand up to the white man. So if you're a white man out there and you're doing some funny shit, you're trying to discriminate on some of my brown and black friends, you know what? Fuck you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Fuck you, man.
Thank you.
Don't fuck around with my people.
Thank you.
Because at the end of the day, I think we all bleed red, and we all, not all of us.
We're all Americans, man. We're American.
I want the USA to thrive, and I want it to thrive with black, brown, green,
Everybody.
orange, everybody.
Even Tomkat.
Well, if you got green, you need to get shot.
No. Especially Tomkat.
I'm not sure about Tomkat.
What is going on with that hat? What is that?
He's gonna wear. He's gonna wear
Pride
naked.
Month.
Yeah,
it is Pride Month.
Dolly Parton's hat.
I
Yes,
could
it
stand
is.
in the middle of
Hold
Fifth
on.
Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters.
I would have had it.
I could stand in the middle of
I
Fifth
still
Avenue
own that.
and shoot somebody, and